You look like you're in a studio, maybe in Omaha, Nebraska or something. The shot is so clear. Is this a hoax? Are you really in space still?
See the hair?
Hi there. I've had a lot of people ask me how I wash my hair in space, and I thought I'd show you how I do it. Sometimes the water gets away from you, and you try and catch as much as you can. Then I just work the water up through to the ends of my hair. Then I take my no-rinse shampoo and squirt it also on the scalp, just a little bit, and rub it in. Again, kind of working it out to the ends. And I like to take my towel while I have the shampoo in there and just kind of work it. Because without standing under running water, you kind of need to use the towel a little bit to help get some of the dirt out. So here we are in the heart of the space station, really. This is the service module. This is the central post. In case we had any problems, I know a couple of the questions are about what type of things do you have to worry about.
No, you're not. You're lying to the human race.
It was really like flying, and your body doesn't really know what to do. Like, your instinct is to just pedal, which is terribly ineffective.
Oh my God!
Wow, there's nothing like this.
Astronaut, or so you believe. Plane flies up and that's everyone's cue.
So now we're at 1/6 gravity, or lunar gravity, and it really...
Start the ISS live show. Floating in a plane with 0G.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made.
Just subjectively, my vision seems unchanged from when I launched.
That's really interesting. The other thing that I think a lot of people would find interesting, sir, is that you gave yourself a flu shot a couple of weeks ago.
They're filming spacewalks in buoyancy pools. NASA's gonna tell you that it's just for training to practice for space station.
Station, this is Chuck Todd with NBC. How do you hear me?
That's the case. Then why the hell can I see bubbles in space?
Hey, hello from the International Space Station. I've got you loud and clear.
Excellent. So this is Kate.
Yep.
You're an experiment, you yourself being up there. You're a Petri dish, correct?
Absolutely. I'm participating in over 100 different research experiments. Things that NASA's learning about just basic medical things from putting human beings into microgravity.
What's the biggest change you've noticed? Is it, you talked about eyesight, is your eyesight changed in space?
So we have had examples of astronaut eyesight changing.
Please stand by for a voice check from the Houston Chronicle.
Station, this is the Houston Chronicle. How do you hear me?
We've got you loud and clear. How do you hear us?
I hear you guys just fine. Thanks so much for making the time today.
Thanks for the show, NASA. It's been a blast. Now take your fake station, shove it up. Astronauts, they're actors, of course, and yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hello, Commander Fisher and Commander Whitson and Colonel Fisher. It is an honor for all of us and those online to join you and all of your colleagues at NASA in the first ever live 4K stream from space. What is the ISS position in orbit right now?
Look at me, Ma, I'm floating in space. No, you're not. You're lying to the whole human race, man. All you're watching is a puppet
11
show.
seconds.
Yeah, the whole world's a stage. Astronauts, they're actors of
Well, we're just passing over Baja, California, and we're heading in an arc over North America. By the time we finish talking, we'll be over Central Africa.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Before we learn more about NASA's use of Live 4K, I'd like to share about Peggy's exciting...
Hello, my name is Bailey. This question is for Chris. What was high school like for you?
Well, it was the 1980s, so the music was different, the hairstyle was different, the clothes we wore were different than today, but probably in 5 or 10 years it'll be the same. And in school, I was just like you, probably all of you there. I tried my best. I didn't always succeed, didn't always do well, but I put my best effort into school. Math and science were kind of my favorite subject. I didn't really like English and reading too much, but I've since grown out of that, and I enjoy reading now. And I played a lot of sports. And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Hello, my name is Steve Owen. I'm a teacher here at Riverside Prep. I'd like to ask you about the stress associated with the long periods in the space station. I'd like to ask Karen, what is the training that you get to cope with that stress and related psychological issues?
Well, for psychological issues, actually, when we are selected as astronauts, we go through quite a vigorous psychological screening process.
I don't know. We're going to have to do something for you.
I
want to do it.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Watch this.
station. This is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.
We have to introduce the concept of free fall. So let's use this model of the Earth. And let's enlist the help of a friend, Patsy. You might know her.
Specifically, how HoloLens can turn every room of your house into a personalized video game level. But today, we want to take mixed reality one step further. So we've got something new to show you. Holograms you can hold. This holographic gauntlet is the weapon that Dan will be using while playing Project X-Ray. You'll notice that as he moves his arm, the hologram moves as well. This is a wearable hologram. And when you combine technology like this with the environment understanding of HoloLens, you can do some pretty spectacular things. And can even use his shield to defend himself. Nicely done. Looks like that's all of them.
A company called Telemetrics. Thank you, Debbie Durant, for bringing this to my attention. After I researched this, lo and behold, I found out our government has a contract with these people. And Telemetrics, basically what they do is they help news teams and they bring broadcasts together in real time, and they're able to create sets, cities, anything you want in a virtual reality world and make it look absolutely 100% real. They're also able to bring different people from around the world, put them in the same room and broadcast live, give them desks, whatever they need to make the broadcast. So it's a pretty amazing company. Here we see Johnson Space Center. Telemetrics provided latest camera robotics technology at NASA's government television at Mission Control. Why do you need to fake virtual reality sets at Mission Control and Johnson Space Center? I think we know the answer to that when we saw Tim Peake on the gridded blue screen. Setup and the virtual reality glove that covers all the way down the arm and hand. This allows the software to broadcast what we see video-wise as his arm in a shirt sleeve. Okay, I have a lot of Tim Peake screw-ups, but this one here, the system glitches. The software does not track his hand properly, and Tim slips his hand underneath his other fingers, which is tightly holding onto the mic, which would be impossible. I don't think this is Tim's fault. Normally, Tim always moves his other fingers up while he slides his hand under. I just think the system didn't respond to his movements here.